Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to discuss the flame test lab. In this lab, the overall objectives are for you to test some elements and compounds. Let me get the pen. Here we go. So to test some elements and compounds in order to observe the different colors that are emitted by them. So I think this is a really fun lab, both on this virtual lab and also in person. For the optional videos that I'm including, for the pre-recorded videos related to this lab, I am including an example of how this would look in person. And what happens is that you have different solutions and they have different atoms, right? Because you have different compounds in those solutions. And those different atoms have different excitation colors. So whenever electrons get excited, they emit colors. So that's something that you've been learning about in lecture in chapter 4. So I hope that this is a nice way to connect, the idea of electrons having different energy levels and everything you learned about the Bohr model. I hope that this helps you connect all of those things together with this, lab that you're actually completing. And then you'll be comparing those colors to the expected results. Before I move on, I just wanted to mention I'm trying out something new with the different color. Instead of the white background, I have the black background. I think it's easier on the eyes and it looks kind of cool. So let me know if this was a complete fail, or if you like, or if you don't have any complaints. I assume nobody will say anything. So yeah, I'm always making changes. So for the procedure, as always, log into your Hayden McNeil account. I now have the lab for flame test option open. You're gonna read the introduction. It's very short. You're gonna head to the second page of the introduction, and of course you'll see the little lab lab simulation icon, and you're gonna complete the entire procedure. There's no experiment 1, experiment 2 like we have seen on previous labs. It's just one procedure, and then you're gonna collect your data on the part 3 of this handout. So what you're doing is, for the results, you are providing the color that you see, and you are also going to insert some screenshots for at least 3 of the flame tests. Now, I know not everybody may be familiar with screenshotting things on your computer, but I have linked some really nice instructions that I found that includes the instructions for both Windows and Mac. Now for Mac, I'm gonna be honest, I have an iPhone, but I've never used a Mac computer. I have an iPad and an iPhone, but I don't have any experience with Mac computers. But with Windows, I do. With Windows, basically you click Alt and then print screen. It might say on your keyboard PS or PRNTSC. It's like shorthand print screen. That's all you click, both of those buttons, Alt and print screen, and then you paste it into wherever you're trying to paste. And this website, these instructions actually give you different options. Another option is opening up something called the snipping tool, or snip and sketch. It's like the newer version of snipping tool, and you can take a screenshot in this way. So the reason it dimmed the screen is because it's letting me screenshot. This is another way: Windows logo key Shift and S to snip the entire screen without starting snip and sketch. So there we go, another way. So the program is Snip and Sketch for Windows, so you can just type it into your start search bar and it'll pop up. So just wanted to give a quick my own instruction on that. But of course, these instructions here that I linked, they even show you like how the keyboard looks, so definitely take a look at that. Some notes and tips regarding the procedure. just click the Bunsen burner once for a low flame, and I'll show you right now when I open up the lab. And then you're going to use the table in the introduction to confirm your results. As always, upload the complete lab to the assignment link on Blackboard. If you need more info, sorry, or have more questions on the FAQs related to the FAQs I have linked, go visit those, and you can contact Macmillan if you have any issues. So this is how the data collection portion looks. You are going to determine the color produced by each solution. So I gave you an example this time. I realize I should be giving examples, especially, you know, for something that people may not be as familiar with, like including screenshots. So all I did here was I completed the procedure. So the whole thing is you have to complete the procedure in order to have your result. But in terms of how I'm reporting, I wrote in a complete sentence, the flame for my solution, the 1 molar lithium nitrate, is red. So you don't have to do this one because I'm already giving it to you. You could do it and, insert your own screenshot if you want, but technically you don't have to do this one. You can go straight to strontium. You can do it just for the procedure purpose, like so that you can confirm that you did everything correct, right? But this is just an example. So I took a screenshot using the snipping tool, and I want you to include screenshots for at least 3 of your solutions. So this does not include the example I provided, so this will not count as one of your 3. So please include 3 other ones, right? And this is what I'm looking for as an answer. For the other ones that you don't include a screenshot for, it's just going to be this answer right here, okay? Now, remember, you can resize, you can make things bigger, you can make things smaller. I resized it so that it wouldn't be taking up too much space, but feel free, you can make it smaller, bigger, depending on what your choices are. So when you open up the lab on Hayden McNeil and you log in, this is what you'll see, lab 4. And then the intro. Remember, this relates to electrons and their states, their energy states. And they may, whenever electrons get excited, that means they go up in energy level, and then light is released. So the light you're seeing on the flame, these are the photons being released from the electrons being excited. So just some background info there. This is a table that I want you to compare your results to, just to confirm. And then you click to the second page, and this is where you open up the sim. So the procedure is right here. It's not too long, but notice that you are repeating some steps because you are doing this over and over for different solutions. And then I open up my lab. I'm going to have all my PPE on. I've been skipping the animation lately because it's kind of long. But main idea or main tips I want to share, you're just turning on the Bunsen burner by clicking this little knob once. Remember, there's different options for the Bunsen burner. There's low, medium, and high. You just have the low on. Just to show you how the things look on the workspace, on the bench. You have your test tube. You're going to bring over your solution. This is my lithium, and in the procedure it tells me 10 ml, so that's what I'm adding. And then you can see the liquid in there. Part of the materials that you are going to need is this, and sorry it's cutting off, this nichrome. I always say nichrome in my head. Wire rod. Apparently you have to place it on the bench first, so do that. Place it on the bench first, and then you dip it, and you see how it dips it for you. And this is all part of the procedure, like it describes all of this. And then you're going to bring it over to your flame, and you see how it gives you those results. So that's what you see on that example that I provided. But you'll be doing this for the rest of these solutions up here in your top right corner. So that is everything that you'll be doing for this lab. I hope that you enjoy it, and if you have any questions at all, of course, let me know.